Hello and welcome. This is rooflemonger, my friends. The Granblue Fantasy Versus Rising train still running strong here. Launched not too long ago, and we got our first major DLC announcement in that 2B of Nier Automata fame will be the first guest character showing up to Granblue Fantasy Versus Rising. Nier Automata, kind of a big deal. Highly recommend you play it. It's one of my favorite games of all time. And to be a veteran of fighting games, as this is her second guest character appearance. 2B also making a very strong top tier appearance in Soul Calibur 6 as well. Not since the halcyon days of Kratos himself has the character been a guest character in multiple different fighting game franchises. So pretty big win for 2B. That's definitely a sign of her continuing and enduring popularity. And hopefully at some point there's another Nier game. That'd be really cool. Thank you. And though obviously this is very, very big news, there's actually quite a bit more news going on. There's a lot going on the Granblue front right now because a lot has been announced. So let's talk about it. So first off, for 2B herself, so she'll be launching later in February of next year, and also the original voice actor as well. That's pretty cool. But the 2B announcement is one of many. So we got a whole roadmap of content going on here for basically all of 2024, and it party starts early. Actually, before even 2B is a thing, we have January. Lucilius is our first new DLC character. I haven't had time yet to go through the story mode on Rising yet, sorry. I think he's the big bad in the story mode, that makes sense. If you make a fancy model, might as well make a playable character, right? But besides that, so April and May, we also have characters 3 and 4. We have Vayne and Beatrix. And characters 5 and 6, who knows? But yes, we're getting 6 characters throughout the year. The kind of trend these days, Street Fighter, you see like 4 characters a year. No. We're going with 6. So big things are happening on the Granblue front. Also, lobby's getting updated, more features in-game, new stages, Granblue is getting more game modes, more mini-games in the lobby, new bonus story, a whole nother story mode, and as of yet unnamed, all new game mode on top of that. So the content is coming. The party starts January 16th, 2024, so not too long from now, only a few weeks really, and it's going to keep going all year long. So yeah, if you're a fan of just consistent updates and new content in a fighting game, Granblue's got your back. Here's some promotional art of the new characters coming up here, Vayne and Beatrix. I don't know much about the original gacha game, I'm sorry to say, so I don't know the significance of these two characters, but they probably are fan favorites if they're showing up. At bare minimum, I'm sure people find at least 2 very big reasons to like Beatrix. Also, speaking of the gacha game, there will be content for the gacha game if you get the DLC, specifically Nier branded content, so I guess that's pretty cool. Also with the Season Pass and the Battle Pass, there's a lot more than just the characters coming and all the changes that we've cited here. Costumes for characters. Hey, costumes in an Arxis game. Kinda rare, right? But we will be getting the Black Butterfly version of Narmaya. Content is king, therefore I'm a fan. And don't worry, a lot of little side stuff too. Weapon skins, character colors, music, stickers, all this new lobby stuff, new lobby avatars. A lot is on the way. So a lot of good stuff coming for Granblue in the future, and well, 2B, we have the trailer, right? So let's talk about the trailer, kind of a thing we do here on the channel. So trailer looks cool, obviously, new stage as you can see here as well, and also the music playing in the background is Weight of the World, which is a pretty important track in the game. Once again, play the game if you haven't. It's really good, 60% off right now on Steam sale. There's no excuse not to play the game. It's one of the greats. So we can see here too, our pod buddy, Pod 042, is here. Just like you can't leave without your buddy Superfly, you cannot leave without your pod. And as we start hitting some of the gameplay here, some of it's pretty basic, like what you expect, right? So we open up here with a roll into what looks like, could be a close medium chain. And we end up with a big spin into the pod gunshots. But maybe she just breaks the rules, who knows? Because this sequence is very, very interesting. Attacking with the greatsword, so okay, maybe heavy, right? Regular sword is medium, light, greatsword is heavy. But it seems to be a chain from far away going into the close chain that we saw earlier. Does she play by different rules than the rest of the cast? Like, if you're doing a guest character, sure, like that's a perfect opportunity to do so. But it seems to be the case because, normally chains are relegated to close normals only. It certainly looks like she's going from one chain into another right here, right? And if it's a Rekka series, That'd be really weird. Once again, it would break the rules of the game, but it's certainly unique, whatever it is. Maybe I'm just crazy and reading into something that's not there, but hopefully she has her own cool combat style. And utilizing the pod here, throwing the pod to explode, that's a good example of that. After going for the throw here, it seems to be very slightly advantaged, goes for the sweep, and then goes for a rush punch after the fact. And the punch looks like something out of her combat bracer moveset, so maybe other moves besides the sword will be represented as well. Other features from the game here, we have the perfect dodge mechanic returning here. So you can see her kind of like intangible somersault out of the way, right? So invincibility, I would assume. And here, more shenanigans again with close normals, because they're different again. The final hit almost looks like a low, except we go into a special move and you can't cancel the universal low overhead into specials unless she can. So once again, maybe she breaks the rules. And here, by the way, that shot at the end is one of the combat bracers, which we mentioned a moment ago. And then, of course, big cinematic super. This is probably the Super Skybound art. Big hits. Well, not much more to say other than looks cinematic. And then we got all sorts of pods showing up, gonna laser you into oblivion. So very good stuff. Big fan of 2B showing up in a fighting game again. Big fan of the confidence they're laying down here. So 6 DLC characters and lots of more side content beside the characters themselves coming throughout the year of 2024. So Granblue is here to stay. Obviously, the original Granblue, it kind of had like the worst time and place, right? It showed up with delay-based netcode right when the pandemic started, right when it was simply not acceptable anymore to have delay-based netcode. But you know what? New game, sequel, that's all fixed. Lots of new characters, lots of new mechanics and features and all that kind of stuff. And the online just works, so it's good. And looks like it's going to be a pretty banger year for Granblue in 2024. The fighting game renaissance continues, and I'm here for it. Especially, we got 2 characters that are unannounced, right? Are there going to be more guest characters like 2B? That'd be pretty friggin' cool. Although, that said, that is the news as it currently stands, and that makes it the video. So thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well, and go out and play some Granblue.